What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage. That one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And they got him for the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Leaves it with the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's back to throw on second down. He'll pull it down. And some room to work. Oh, look out. Keeps it and gets the first down. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fair.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
They want to throw it. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Bennett. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Tigers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
South Carolina, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. There's a live football. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Wants to throw on second down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. LSU right back to the line.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
And this defense is maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in the hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Pressure coming. At the 35, he's got room. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
They're bringing heat. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Man, is that dude fast. It is easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes and elite throwers.
Reese, you say easy. I say annoying. Think about the defensive. Guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run? Well, here, you take the playbook and stop.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That drive covered 55 yards for the score and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Line getting set on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Takes it on the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Right back to the well. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
South Carolina, 2.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Looking for room. It's Pryor. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. This is a 3rd and long. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Avoids pressure. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to burn this defensive back. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. And the returner will be dragged down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult.
And he breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I think that time offensively, they're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
LSU getting set on first and 10. Now on the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. Second and 8 coming up. Tempo and overdrive.
Second down.
This is a designed run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up second down.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he's looking downfield. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Got his man quickly. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. First and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Dances away from the heat. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Watkins. Still on his feet at the 45. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. LSU quick to the line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And handoff, keep working on that clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
At the 41-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Goes to the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Bennett. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in a spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Morton. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make a catch.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Looking for space. It's Judkins.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. To the air, it's Howard. Finds his tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Throws to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Wide receivers, they might at least have a hint of diva, right? Like they're always open, right? According to them. And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To throw, it's Morton. He's got it down the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got a man, it's Brooks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Red Raiders in the hurry up.
4th down coming up.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 7, Ohio State 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Morton. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a third down, and guess what, nowadays fourth down, green light, we're gonna go for it anyways.
Back to the air one more time, and the pass is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 7 over South Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's McCray. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now. Right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver. Put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push pass.
Open runway ahead. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Ohio State, 7.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it, Archie. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots, soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Back to throw, it's Howard. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Thompson. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
He's got it.
Good for Red Raider.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's good. Now the lead is extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Slings it downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
He's moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll run it from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Open space at the 25. Off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Dropping back, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
On the run, it's Judkins. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On second down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Henderson. Makes the catch and knocked down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Henderson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Using the quick game. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas Tech, 24. Ohio State, 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He wants to pass it on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Bringing it back, it's Thompson. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. down for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Ohio State, 17.
Fair catch, called for and made. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Throwing right. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Looking for a crease. It's Judkins. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Ohio State, 25.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McCray. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Red Raider! No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. He kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion. Back to pass, it's Howard. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Snap it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. The give as they work on that clock. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. The toss to the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. A nice carry.
Going with the ground game left. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. The give to the lone running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show